Hi guys, welcome to my channel, At Home with Chris. I'm Chris. If my intros are too long for you, I'm going to start putting a timestamp on the screen just to let you know when the actual video starts. That way you can just kind of skip ahead to that moment. And if you are a returning subscriber, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me try to grow my channel. And also, if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button. It should be right down here on the corner, and you can just tap that and subscribe. It is completely free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Also, if you hit that notification bell, then you will be notified whenever I upload a video. And also, don't forget to like the video and make a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I've always been curious to see how far these videos reach. With that being said, in today's video, we are going to be making over a makeup table. I was going to make it over for myself, but I decided that I'm not going to use it. And every place that I thought I'd put it, I've got different ideas for. My oldest daughter, she has been wanting a vanity table. So I decided to go ahead and make it over for her. Love you, baby girl. Mwah. And with that being said, let's make over a vanity table. All right, as you see, this thing is pretty dusty. We are going to reupholster this. I've never done that before, but we're going to give it a go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this mirror, take this top part off since we're going to be reupholstering it, clean off everything. I'm going to use Krud Kutter. I've got me a bowl of clean water so I can rinse out my rag when I rinse off the Krud Kutter. Looks like you just unscrew it with these, so that's pretty easy. All right, I'm going to take this off. It still had the plastic on it from when it was brand new. Whew, it is pretty old. All right, and I'm just going to rinse that off with some water. Rinse off this mirror. Well, it appears we have another loose problem in one of my projects. So I'll have to figure out how to fix that. There's some screws back here, and that's probably all it is, just needs to be tightened. But I'm gonna remove this. That way when I'm painting, I can get down in behind here. Yeah, that screw is just loose. Okay, so we're gonna let everything dry. So before I start sanding, because I don't know what kind of damage I'm getting ready to do to this drawer, I want to remove this handle. It's definitely not my daughter is who I'm making it for, but it's definitely not her style. I got to try to remove it so I can put a different one on there. I can't just unscrew it because it does not go all the way through. They put it through this piece, which is then glued to the back piece. It looks like it has some nails in it. So I'm going to see what I can do to remove this. Now with my luck, this is probably screwed into this. I'm not sure how to get this handle off. All right, I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. Like I've always said, I am not a professional. But got some needle nose pliers just in case those come in handy, and a wrench. So let's see. Ta-da! All right. And like I said, I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. If you have any suggestions, comment down below. Let me know what those suggestions are. That way the next time I'm not sitting here trying to brainstorm. But hey, whatever works, right? I feel like these should be screwed into this. But maybe that's not the case. And yes, they were screwed in. And I tell you what, somebody really screwed these things in. One piece out. Now it's got screws in there, so I'm gonna have to definitely remove this to get those screws out. I feel like it might have some glue in it, so I'm just trying to break up the glue. I think I found a nail. And yes, it was glued. It's glued right over the screws. Okay. So I just took some needle nose pliers, put them in where that screw hole is. And I just took my hammer and knocked it through the paper. And that helped release it through all that glue. Now to get the nails out. That's done. All right, I'm just going to use painter's tape to go around the mirror. All right, we're going to use a 220 grit sandpaper, and we're just going to do a scuff sand. Just very light sand, just to kind of get a little bit of that gloss off. Nothing too extravagant. All right, and we're just going to wipe all that down with a damp rag. All right, we're just going to let that dry and then start painting. All right, it is time to paint. I'm going to use the Heirloom Traditions. It's in the color Iron Gate. It's black color. That's why I'm not even going to bother priming it, because this is a dark color. If you're going to use a white paint, chalk paint would probably cover it up. But in the past, I have had some bleed through with chalk paint, so I would recommend using a primer. But with this black color, there's no need in it. Got my chalk paint brushes. This one I have gotten off Amazon. This one came in a paint set, but I like it because it's makes it easier to get in small spaces. So I've also got a smaller chalk paint brush. This chalk paint's a little watery compared to what I'm used to. It says it's an all-in-one paint, just clean and paint. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a second coat on this. I've already done the smaller pieces, and unfortunately my battery died in my camera, so, but yeah, I'm gonna put two coats is what it's gonna take. It looks really good after the second coat. I can tell, I think I might have some places to touch up, so, but we'll go ahead and get 2 coats on this. All right, we're gonna try to remove these staples so we can start reupholstering the seat. This is the material I got. It's a pretty green color I picked up from Joann's. And there's my little, who thinks she's my helper. She likes to get up here. I've got this little staple remover that you use to take staples out of paper. I'm gonna see if it'll work for these. I don't want to damage this plastic. I want to reuse as much of the stuff as I can. I don't know that that's going to be possible. Everybody say hello to Cammie. Like I said, she thinks she's my little helper. She's got to go everywhere I go. Yummy. You're gonna get hit in the head if this slips out of my hand. Oh, she's like my 2-year-old child. You're gonna have to move. Nobody can see through your thick head. It's not the cami show. I'm sure she'll try again. I'm going to cut around the staples and then just take the fabric off. Keep pulling it, hoping if I pull up, it'll pull the staple out, and it does. Okay, I got that off as much as I could. I can't get all the staples off. So my plan is to avoid stapling into a stapler is to bring it past these staples, the fabric past these staples just a little bit. But if I do that, I am definitely going to have to mark the holes where the screws are going to go back into, which won't be any big deal. Okay, so we're going to start on the fabric. I just trimmed it down to make it a little bit easier to work with. And our seat had measured 21.5 by 17.5. So I'm going to add 4 inches to each side, so I have plenty of room. I can trim back if I need to. 17.5 to be 21.5. And we'll do 25.5 the opposite way. Okay, we're just going to center that up. All right, that should do that. And I'm just using a regular staple gun and then some 1/2" staples. All right, if you can get a heavier dutier staple gun, I highly recommend it. All right, so I believe we've got all the holes exposed. Ta-da! There you go, looks pretty. It's very pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in more staples and then we'll get back to the table. Okay, so I lost my recording. What I did was I got a handle. It was originally black from Hobby Lobby. It was the only one I could find that had the 2.5" centering. So I went ahead and I took some Rub and Buff in antique gold, and I just buffed that on the hardware. These are the pieces that hold the mirror in place, so I just went over those, and the new handle, so they match. We're going to let those dry. All right, now it's time to get the drawer put back together. Will be using some liquid nails. Going to need some clamps, some towels to protect the painted surface that we just did. I'm going to need a drill. Okay, and I've got some drill bits. We got our painted surface. And I'm going to take a real thin Sharpie and I'm going to mark just inside. And hope it reaches. All right. Make that one a little darker where I can see it. Then I'm going to drill a hole through these so I can thread, put those screws through the back side all the way. And I hope it works, okay? I didn't look up any tutorials. This is just me brainstorming. All right, I'm going to go to a 5/16. I want it to go through the hole. This one already has a little edge where the screw will rest on. So I need the screw longer, so the screw is going to have to go through this hole. Okay, that looks like that's going to work. All right, next thing we want to do is we are going to glue with the liquid nails this back onto here. Okay, so while this is drying, I'm going to go ahead and put the majority of the desk. All I got left is to wait for the liquid nails to dry on the drawer so I can put that back in and it'll be complete. All right, moment of truth. Hopefully this all goes together like I'm hoping it will. I did let this dry overnight. All right. I think it worked. Now to get the screws in, or the handle in. Hopefully my brainstorming was a good idea. It worked. Now, if my daughter decides that she wants to change this out, she can, because she now has access to it. All right, here we have it. Turned out pretty nice. Now I want to keep it. But seriously, I wouldn't use it. But yeah, I hope she likes it. What do you guys think? Do you think she's gonna like it? Do you think she's gonna be eh? But I hope she likes it. Okay, can Mama do this? Can Mama record? Hmm? This is my other 2-year-old. Oh, he's so cute. Yes. Okay, go on, let me do this. Go on. No, go. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Or a little bit of oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Every time. If it's not one animal, it's another. But they're my babies. Oh, they're my babies. No, don't you come over here. The cat and the dog do not like each other. Well, Samson wants to play. Cammy does not want to play. But at least she didn't hiss at him this time. No, you stay off of that. Go on. Here comes the other one. Oh. Being a fur baby parent, it's just like being a parent to a kid, I tell you. You gotta love animals to watch my channel because they like to make an appearance. Hi guys, welcome to my channel.